Horsehead Bookends. It is the end of 2021 and it has been a very interesting year, to say the least. Since it is coming to a close, I decided to make a top 10 list of the records I picked up for the year. I believe some of them were picked up during the various record store days throughout the year. Others were not record store day releases. Some are 2021 releases. Other ones may have been released prior, but I just picked them up this year. I did get quite a bit of records this year, and out of all the ones I did pick up, these are the ones that got the most plays, and I'm still listening to them probably on a weekly basis just because they're so good. But enough talking, let's get started with number 10, and that is Miles Davis Champions, Rare Miles from the Complete Jack Johnson Sessions. This is a fantastic album. There was a few Miles Davis releases this year. I think I picked them all up, and this has to be my favorite. I listen to this all the time. It is fantastic, and it does have a great bunch of artists on here. So if you can still find this is a record store day release, but I don't think it was extremely hard to find. I'm sure you can probably still grab it at your local record shop or online. Next up at number 9 is one that wasn't originally released in 2021. I believe it was released in 2000, and it was one that I had on CD and I couldn't find it on vinyl, and this was a Vinyl Me Please exclusive, and that is Medeski, Martin and Wood's The Dropper. This is a great trio from Brooklyn. I've seen them live a ton of times, and this is probably one of my top albums from them. When it first was released, I believe it was, they didn't press a lot of copies and they got very expensive. Vinyl Me Please did a reprint of it. I believe this is on Orange Swirl vinyl, 1,000 copies. My copy is 611, and I absolutely love this album. It gets a lot of plays. Number 8 on my list is another one that was not released in 2021. This was actually released in '93, and it was repressed in 2021, and this was another record store day pick, and that is Tad Inhaler. Tad, part of the grunge explosion in the 80s, late 80s and 90s. They were one of my favorite bands, and I had this one on cassette, I think, and it was a favorite. I really enjoyed 8-Way Santa too, which was another fantastic album. Definitely give it a listen. But this one is great, and it sounds amazing. This one I was afraid I wasn't going to get grabbed on record store day because I think my store only got a limited number of copies, but I'm super happy that I was able to get it. Moving on to number 7. This one actually was released in 2021, and that is Paige McConnell's Maybe We're the Visitors. Paige McConnell, keyboardist for Fish. He put out a solo album aside from his work and Fish and Vita Blue. This, I think, was his second solo album, and this I was absolutely blown away with. I wasn't planning on getting it originally. I heard some of the tracks and I bought it and I gave it a listen. It's very reminiscent of Brian Eno, who I absolutely love, and this was, I was blown away with this. It's a fantastic album. Number 5, another 2021 release, and this is one of 2 from the band on my list, and that is OC's Levitation Sessions number 2. They put out 2 of these this year. There was Sessions number 1 and number 2. Both are fantastic. One is not on my list. It would be if I was doing more than 10, but 2 is definitely on the list, and that is mainly due to song selection on here, and I think this was a way better album. If you're looking for a live OC's album, try to get Levitation 2. I don't think you will be disappointed. Moving down to number 5. This is another one that was not released originally in 2021. This came out in 1981, and I've been looking for it for a while because they are one of my favorite bands. And Rebellion Remasters did a repressing this year of it, and that is Oingo Boingo's Only a Lad. Blue and orange splatter vinyl, remastered. It sounds fantastic. They did such a great job of these Oingo Boingo remasters that they put out this year. They did Only a Lad, Nothing to Fear, and Good for Your Soul. I think they were going to do Dead Man's Party, but they didn't, and I can't remember the reason why. But if you can find these, definitely grab them if you're a fan of Oingo Boingo. They sound so good. I believe these were $20, $25 when they came out, so it was totally worth it. Number 4, another one that did not come out in 2021, but was repressed recently for a Target Special Edition, and this is another one that I've been trying to get for a long time, and prices have been astronomical, and that is the Tron Legacy soundtrack by Daft Punk. Target did a repressing of this on a clear blue vinyl. One record is clear blue, the other one is clear white. This is such a great soundtrack. Daft Punk, amazing. They're awesome. Been dying to get my hands on this. Target re-released this in November. Grabbed a copy, I think earlier in the year when they made it available. I just have no words. I've been wanting this one for a while. I'm happy I got it, and it sounds terrific. Number 3 on my list is one that was pressed in 2021, but it is a live show that actually happened in 2019, and it is the only repeat on my top 10 list, and that is the OCS at the Chapel. This one is really high up on my list. They put out 3 live albums in 2021. This, I think, by far is my favorite. I listen to it all the time. It is a fantastic live show, and the set list is just awesome. It's Static God, Henchlock, Golu, oh my god, Night Expo. It's so good. Definitely try to get your hands on this if you're an OCS fan, because it is fantastic. Number 2 on my list, if you would have asked me a month ago if this would be on my top 10 list for the year, I'd probably say no, because I wasn't going to grab it. This is one that originally came out in 1974, never had an official pressing, was just pressed for Record Store Day Black Friday, and that is Little Feat's Electrif Lycanthrope. I enjoy Little Feat. I am not the hugest fan. So many of my friends told me to grab this on Record Store Day. I wasn't going to grab it. I did grab it. I waited a little while before I actually listened to it, and it is mind-blowing. The sound quality, the musicianship, it's so good. And I know this was kind of the title to grab on Record Store Day Black Friday. It would seem like it was kind of hard to get, but I know some stores are restocking it if they found some extra pieces somewhere, but definitely check it out. It is so good. And finally, number 1 on my list, it's kind of a duplicate, sort of, not so much. But this one is my absolute favorite album of 2021, and that is Danny Elfman's Big Mess. I am a huge Danny Elfman fan. I'm a huge Oingo Boingo fan. When I found out he was doing all these songs during COVID lockdown, I started listening to him. There's a bunch of videos available on YouTube, and he put this record out, and it's like definitely not going to be for everybody, but if you like Danny Elfman, you can give this a listen, and you can hear how passionate he was when creating these songs. I really don't have the words to describe this album, because it's so, to me, mind-blowing. I absolutely love it, start to finish. It is, I think, some of the best stuff that he has done. and I really look forward to what he plans on doing next. So there you have it, my top 10 albums of 2021. I had a good amount to choose from. These are the ones that I listened to the most and I really enjoyed listening to over and over again. And I was very happy to add them to my collection. I am sure if there was a top 20, there would be a lot more on there. I wouldn't have to narrow it down because there was a few that were right on the edge of making the cut. And they actually did make the cut. But I am very happy with my picks, and I can't wait to see what 2022 brings. So let me know down below in the comments, what are some of your top 10 lists of 2021? And I can see if I have them in my collection. I guarantee I probably do. So if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please don't forget to click on subscribe to the notification bell. You'll get notified at any time I upload a new video. Any questions or comments, feel free to post them below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, see you next year.